from MIBR, and of course, it is going to be Eternal Fire here starting on the T side.
I love that. Straight into the action, no dilly-dallying about Eternal Fire. Already aggressive up onto the ramp. And meanwhile, MIBR have their Julies in the hands of Cello, a player that many have heard of in this last 6 to 12 months, a player that has so much ability. But will he be able to show it here in this passage of play? Already being stifled a little bit, pushed back multiple times, and Zantares will push him down fully in this round with his Glock. In the meanwhile, though, it might be hard to side. They want to push straight behind this one. And it's going to be a whole bunch of frags coming in as Zantares and xFloud are last standing. Exit in the meanwhile, and Turtle posted at the back of the side. Beautiful headshot from Exit, eliminating the threat of xFloud. Not able to deny the bomb plant, but will deny the life of Zantares.
Moment. So a deagle in the hands of Emor. Nate's being lobbed into the sandbags position, trying to catch any of the CTs, looking to play up close and personal, but MIBR being aggressive here. They know it's just the pistols as they re-aggress, and Yota is gonna catch Woxic falling back. In the meantime, it was a bit of a ruse towards the A ramp, the bomb trying to sneak its way in, but this round's pretty much done and dusted. Eternal Fire not really getting much done or found here, and MIBR with a very, very convincing start to this map. Eternal Fire, though, like, I mean, I'm still not too worried for them. It's still very, very early days, obviously, and Woxic with the AWP, they're not making a single sound. With his Molotov, that's going to be the tell. The hit is coming in over here. MIBR, though, 4 members lie in wait.
Oh, Cello needs to tread very carefully, but Yota joining that push with Cello. Woxic straight back in with one of his own. This is where Woody and Cello will become that little bit more difficult.
Time.
Time is also working against Eternal Fire additionally. They look to try and push in. Turtle stuck, goes back to the wall. Zantares shuts him down. Time still dwindling, and Cello just dropped the bomb down. They have to take another couple seconds to go get that one. It also puts him in an awkward position for Calyx, where he can get killed from above now through that smoke. He does have a bodyguard system in place with Zantares. Somehow they've managed to just brute force their way into get this bomb planted. Now Zantares gets peeked from 2 different angles of...
We have Exit, yet to die, playing at the back of the pillar. Remember, the incendiaries they tossed in his position in the previous round, it didn't spread far enough to find him. So even if they do plan to go for an execute, which is looking unlikely here, they do have the one Molotov they could throw his direction. xFloud has it in his hands. But right now, he has backup already. Turtle has arrived on the bomb side as well, and Yota is nearby.
Emor taking point for his team, wants to be the spear. Gonna try and plunge deep into this defense, but it's Zantares that opens up his account, breaks the deadlock, and now it's all going the way of MIBR. There was a team kill thrown in, and now Calyx has fallen prey to the AK-47 of Exit.
The flank.
Woxic and xFloud, though, are living on borrowed time. With this flank coming in, they needed the kill to alleviate the pressure that was mounting, and they need to also go one step further. The bomb in an awkward spot, both remaining players are low, but the Tech-9, and that range will not out comfortably so. Now, we know he can take over games. We know he is possible up there as one of the better players on his day skill-wise. But it's unreasonable to expect that he's going to have the entire burden of this elimination match on his shoulders. Calyx did get a huge entry in that previous round as well, though. So some signs for life on the Turkish team. Emor now puts his ultra will to use, but there's too many angles for him to watch out for. They need a counter-frag. They get in each other's way, and Yota...
Guns. That's going to be Eco City for MIBR, and a golden opportunity for Eternal Fire to bring this one back. This is a switch up from MIBR, though. Aggression, as Cello is going to find a kill in Emor, assisted by Yota, and that's going to force Eternal Fire to go for a faster play towards the B bomb site.
Burning alive, and then Flash as well. The Exet has no idea, but still alive. 4 HP. Then dealing the fatal damage to Zantares. Couple low plays, but good incendiaries tossed in. Is funneling the T's into an awkward position. And that funnel is now being closed tight. Woxic and xFloud against 5. Looking to try and do as much damage as possible. It may be a one and done for Eternal Fire, and they need so much more success than that. However, post-plant comes in. And if the CTs trip over each other and walk into these claustrophobic angles, this round can quickly turn in favor of Eternal Fire. Smoke's about to deplete. and Woxic is getting aggressive. Oh, the flash doesn't do anything because Woxic pulls the trigger and Cello walks in and tanks it. Woxic with another one. Don't peek into this man one by one. He will punish you. The smoke is good to deal with xCloud, but he can spam through. He knows where the bomb is planted for, and the bomb timer is so low. Woxic picked up yet another one. This is suddenly in favor of External Fire, and they're going to go down, though, to the hands of Woody and Yota, but I think they've done enough.
We are starting to creep back towards A, and that's when things get interesting.
Just a USP, though, in the hands of Cello. Can't feasibly expect to get anything done. What? How has he got a kill on Zantares? That is ridiculous. It may not end up mattering in terms of the overall standing of where the round comes down, but it at least makes this a little bit more tentative now for Eternal. Yota boosted up not for the first time and getting success again. Eternal Fire can't seem to break down MIBR. Even in the rounds they're winning, even in the rounds that they should be walking through without any issues, they are still stumbling, they're tripping, and they're falling. And now Turtle is here with a deagle. He still has 2 bullets in the chamber. And xCloud is first in. Exit helps him out. They knock down 2 players, and Woxic's alone, and he's being pivoted in, not only to MI...
A bit of an off angle. Usually likes playing right next to the wood. But it's got Turtle put on top of the bomb set. Exit's going to be coming in. Flashback's going to pop, not going to deal any damage whatsoever, as Exit's going to find a play. That's Woxic. He's getting hunted from behind. He's going to find his second kill. Zantares finally puts him down into the ground. Turtle, though, perfect timing at the edge of the smoke, and it's all on xCloud. Finds one, but his days are numbered.
Change, just blotting out some of these key choke point areas. They know Sandbags is now clear. The tight angle from side also clear. This is vital intel that Eternal Fire can really work off. But again, Turtle is coming down, channeling his inner floppy, channeling his inner shocks. Will he have the same kind of result, though, from the previous matchup? So far, he doesn't. But he's at least forcing their attention away from the site towards his position. Very intelligently, doesn't overstay his welcome.
There's no need. His presence right there, even if he just falls all the way back towards mid and comes back towards the A bomb site, that's going to keep Eternal Fire so very paranoid. They tap the plant, and now they're going to commit to it, but Exit is going to find xCloud with a perfectly placed HE. Emor's going to try to plant the bomb as well, but a secondary nade might find him. But no, there is no follow-up nade. Emor will actually fall eventually to Cello, but now the 4v2 make that all on Woxic in a 1 versus 4, and Yota will snipe his head clean off his shoulder. Once more. MIBR creeping up towards short. 4 members grouped up together. Make that all 5 now. Cello going to peek Zantares. Immediately gets pushed to 1 HP. And they're going to try and hunt him down. The smokes will be deployed as well. And the bomb gets planted. MIBR, they pounce on the bomb site, Vince. And it's a 5v5 retake.
And it's a retake where MIBR have not taken a single point of health in damage until Zantares removes the head of Turtle. So the rest of them are all very healthy. They need quick-fire headshots. Woxic straight through the smoke with his P2000, putting it to use. And now xCloud joins the fray. He's had a slow game, but now would be a great time for him to ignite, really lift off. And it's going to be Woxic now, putting it down to Exit. He's stuck on the sandbag, smoke in his eyes, but trying to tap through there. He knows roughly where the bomb is planted, but Woxic bodyguards.
Sail in doesn't quite deal as much damage as I thought it would. And Turtle with the AK spots out xCloud. He needs to get the kill. He will indeed. That's a B bomb side defense, just crumbling in a span of a couple of seconds.
And this is without all the players actually dipping in for their full investment. This would be a horrendous turn of affairs if Eternal Fire concede this. And Calyx is doing his level best to make sure that doesn't come to fruition. He had 3 kills going into this round, but now he has started to have a lot more impact with his FAMAS. The round and the threats are no closer to being over, though. 35 seconds left. Eternal Fire still need to hold on to this. And MIBR have control over the bomb. Woody comes in. Goes in for the plant. There's not enough utility to stop this, although a grenade lands right on the head of Woody, and the second one finishes him off. It still puts Yota in a position to clutch. 19 kills becomes 20. Still alive, still in the fight, but Woxic shuts him. Double-edged sword as well. When you have a team that is so vocal and so loud and just cheering when you're winning, when you start to lose, it starts to feel a little bit silent, a little bit quiet and lonely. But Woody, Exit, Tunnel have all put in kills.
What?
Eternal Fire again. Fall to the wayside by pistols. We saw this happen on their CT side, or the T side, pardon me, multiple times. And now they're facing that very real, grim possibility again, which would just catapult MIBR towards the finish line so quickly. And now MIBR, with 2 AKs, albeit on weakened players, are able to push their way up towards the A side. They have lost Woody, which is certainly considerable. And Calix and Xantares could still pull this out of the flames. They could still somehow redeem this round that looked like it could just be slipping away like the rest of Vertigo. But Xantares is just peering around towards that backside of the room.
The nade.
There is going to be a nade available. And he's going to line it up. Is that going to be enough damage, though? Cello gets out of there. Did do a little bit of chip, but the Molotov will additionally do nothing. So bomb plant, suddenly MIBR have a very real advantage in their favor. Xantares goes walkies up on the boxes, doesn't get fully punished for that one. Molotov will force exit out into the open. Actually, is that landed too shallow? I don't think that's going to extend. It finally does in the last couple of ticks, but exit's fine with this because he's wasted more seconds that can't be focused onto the bomb itself. And that's keeping Xantares in so much of a predicament right now. Here we go through the smoke, coming through with the shank, but won't get there in time. Eternal fire time to move towards the site. And this is going to just put them in an awkward position once the incendiaries come down. Once the smokes come down as well, Turtle, big headshot, Calix is sent packing. And that may be the opening that they were looking for to yield this round and get them back into winning ways. Xantares gets desperate, posts up on the boxes, does get fragged down, and a good, well-placed flashbang affords them safe passage for this plant. It's a little bit late, but they still get the job done. And there's no return kills from Woxic on the retreat. He was hoping to skewer and probe through that smoke with his AWP.
Double op.
And yeah, double AWP on a retake is not good times at all. They need Woxic to strike. Emor, though, is the man. And now the smoke's beginning to clear away. Turtle counteracts with one of his own, but now the rest of that CT side has gone down into the dumps. And Woody's the last man standing. He's going to try and stick the site right now, Woxic. He's sticking right down on it. He's not faking this at all, and he gets it underneath the nose of Woody. Much mitigates and bypasses any short control. And if they continue to push round short with Yota, he is going to find so much information. Oh, this is the perfect play to the stack that's been put into place. He's seen nothing so far. It could be at the cost of some of his teammates' lives, though, and now they line up and the spray comes in. But Yota knows they're around the corner. What? He still loses out against Calix. How is that possible? The 5-7 just riddles him with bullets. But Cello's not done just yet. But now he is. Woxic puts him down where he stands. An Eternal Fire, got to deal with the threat of exit. He's gone in for 2. He could clutch this. He could take all the marbles, all the chips here on Vertigo. One-on-one up against that. Oh, and he takes the head off. What a play.
Here we go, though. This is what... Okay, Xantares, okay. Woody will find himself headless with barely a few seconds into the round, but Yota replies back. Xantares being hyper-aggressive. Calix has been spotted out. Turtle grouping up, but a teammate has dropped on down, and Turtle's aware of this. He heard the footstep. This is a fast and furious round here. Turtle finding Calix and Emor as well, but Woxic in the meantime has dropped a couple with his P2K.
Oh, I feel sorry for the observers trying to spectate that round. There was just bloodshed everywhere. There's like 4 fights going on simultaneously around the map. Somehow we caught most of the kills, but Xfloud, what a shot onto exit. He may have clutched the last round on Vertigo, but he will not be clutching the first of Nuke. That mantle will be down to Turtle. Very capable. Oh, and he's also flanked. He's going to have to drop on Woxic. Removes his head. 55 seconds left. He may not have control over the bomb, which is in an awkward position. And Xfloud is there, safeguarding it. But he sees him, spots him, tries to jump in for a bit of damage, but he himself has been put down to 11 HP. Still no control over the bomb. At this point, it's just pure mind games.
Huh. Turtle. I don't think he's been hurt there. And now, considering how much time has elapsed, Xcloud now already repositioning himself, aware of the potential flank, and he's got the read. He knows exactly where Turtle's going to be coming in from. This is just a great read coming from Xcloud, just saving his team over here, and there you have Turtle.
To get themselves even remotely placed in position to execute, that a lot of time they just ran out of the clock and they had to go save.
I'm not sure what they're doing.
They're taking so much time. There's 25 seconds left. You can respect the weapons, but at some point, you have got to press forward. You've got to go right now, and you need to get entries on top of it. This is where the SMGs can shine as well, by the way, because some corners will not go checked. And Emor sprays down Yota. Calix gets aggressive through on the hut. He gets punished. Now there's so many players for Xantares to pick and choose from, but he's got one, but he's not able to stop the bomb plant. The issue, though, for MIBR is they're losing all of their supporting cast members. Turtle and Woody are remaining, but 23 HP on Woody is a very real problem. Turtle is going to have to do most of the heavy lifting in this round, you would have to feel, although Turtle is going to have a bit of that alleviated as Woody catches xFloud in the back. And now Xantares and Woxic, both very low, have got to make moves of their own. It's now up to them to make moves and try and excel into the site and accelerate, get some headshots. Woxic with one. There's not much time left. They've got to get on the site right now. And they're not going to have enough time. And they have no health anyway. MIBR execute with the problem is they have no forward players to pivot off. There's no foundation to rotate off, so even when you hear control room window get popped, you try and vent dive, there's players there. You see xFloud tries to get through on ramp, there's a molly to greet him. There's no one on the site that they can even pivot into. So bare minimum here, MIBR are going to get a post plant, and when you consider they've got rifles and a MAC-10 and a crossfire on top of it with 4 healthy players left alive, this is looking a little bit dark for Eternal Fire. They only have 1 flashbang to play with, so they have to go for these audacious wide swings, and Turtle's going to punish. A 1-for-1 trade is pretty good for Eternal Fire, though, as they maintain their player advantage, and it's gone from bad to worse now on MIBR as they do successfully.
A reasonably solid buy. They had a couple of guns there saved as well. The AK-47 and the M4A1, but the remaining members, Calyx with a 5.7, Emo has got an MP9, so the inferior weaponry playing up close and personal towards the HUD position. But MIBR, they are somehow going to find their way towards a lower bomb site, but there is still xFloud. He sprays and he deals quite a lot of damage, but he will fall. But Woxic, he knows how low they are, and Cello will survive on 17 HP. It's absolute pandemonium. 2 versus 2. Xantares has dropped down towards the vents. And it's all on Cello. 17 HP, 1 versus 2.
He's heard both players. He knows one's double doors, and he heard the other in vent, but
prevent them from pushing in towards the smoke?
Because they smoke secret as well.
No, there we go. It's a bit of a delay. What is that? Xantares? Okay. A lunatic just runs out and finds exit, but he will be traded now. If that trade gonna come and hurt them is the question. Even though he finds one, losing a member for his team is not exactly ideal. That's gonna force Woxic down towards the lower bomb set where he is right now, the sole defender. Op train in the position of Secret. So now at least they still have control of Secret, allowing the remaining members of his teammates to head up towards the upper bomb set where xFloud, he finds the timing and catches Cello.
Yoda's already got a forward position just next to the vents though. May catch someone, I don't know where's, but the bomb's down. No matter what they do on the A side, the bomb is in such a horrible spot. xFloud has been unweeded from Turtle though. It's at the cost of 25 HP. Emo has to do better from that spot. Everything was based around him getting 1 frag. There was 7 seconds to go. That would have been the bomb spilled down. And although a headshot connects onto Yoda, he was known as just this mechanically ridiculous player that performed really well online, but when it came to lands, never quite shone the same. I think he's turned that around now. I think he's proven himself a bit of a land beast when he's called upon, and obviously we have to jinx him. We talk about him and he has his head caved in from Exit's Deagle, but the damage has already been done surely. They line up. Woxic takes down 1. They nearly actually lined up for a collateral shot there, but Yota and Exit are able to plunder their way down into Secret, or at least Yota is. Exit's just lagging behind a little bit, and Yota does have the bomb, taking hefty damage in the process, but 1D's xFloud? Okay. How is that even possible? And considering this is a post plant now, one of which is low, there was a way forward for... That's true. Up until recently, we've been all right, but MIBR 3 rounds in a row, going to get aggressive. Turtle wants to pick up the pace, but Xantares and Calyx, they've seen this too many times, and they have the perfect answer. Yota, though, through the smoke, through the door, takes Xantares and runs away with him for the final time in this half. But even with that exchange and the revenge kill coming to the forefront, MIBR find themselves a player behind. xFloud has to vacate the premises. And now MIBR, as the new landlord, has evicted him from his home. Back to the B site, he will fall. And there are more CTs here laid in wait, one of which is Woxic. That's the bomb that's been put down on the ground, and that puts this into such a tumultuous position for MIBR now. Just to retrieve the bomb is a huge deal, let alone somehow clutch out from this point. And Woody, on only 4 kills, having a bit of a slow best-of-3 series so far, could make amends if he was to pull off what would end up being one of the plays of the entire tournament if he clutched this. He has no real utility other than a molly and a flash, so no HE he can toss to the back of the site. And obviously the other downside on that one, as soon as he throws this molly, they know roughly where he is. So now his days are numbered. The bullseye is painted on his back. And as he comes round, he does connect a very quick shot to Woxic, turns it round, then nullifies Xflower, but he's about to get flanked if he's not careful. Tech9, no idea how that didn't back the kill, but Emor comes in, bodyguards is able to help Woody out. He's mainly just keeping an eye out, a bird's eye view of the outside position. And now Emor's moving in through on the hut with two of his teammates. Julie's rattling off some fire from Turtle. Needs to be careful. He's actually got so much support structure around him though, but Yota somehow doesn't get anything done from that position. Fortunately though, Exit is going above and beyond, and he has some feedback from Exit and Cello as they lock it down.
Towards the upper bomb side, and timing is everything. Turtle's going to smoke off the entrance of Squeak. Molotov's raiding in. Now they know it's going to be an upper hit once more. They come charging up through the flames. Emor, like a firewalker, finding one. He's on the site, but still alive. Never mind. Yota will strike.
Woxic and Calyx have their work cut out for them, and now it's down to Tech9, and that's not going to bode very
Close and personal could completely ruin Eternal Fire's day.
They could. Just shy of 30 seconds. Turtle, this is tailor-made for these kind of angles, especially when time is dwindling away. The Calyx gets one. It will only be one. There's some damage to Xflower, but more importantly, Zentares bolsters up the aggression. And that battering ram has now found its target onto the A site. Cello maneuvers his way into hut. May get an exit frag. There's one. Needs Yota to strike hard. Is waiting for Yota to have a bit of impact, that he's coming in from the main side. Zentares is relocated. Perfect crosshair placement, but Cello removes him. Instantly takes his head off. And now Xflower is stuck with his back quite literally to the wall, and two players pushing him down. MIBR and their bonus. And MIBR go up in flames in the best possible way, but Woxic not losing any health. Entries onto the CT King, Yota. Moves on to 16 frags, but he will be adding no more to that mark. Turtle, though, the audacity, moves over the corpse of his teammate to push through and gets the rewards, and Taurus goes down. He sees no more players, so it stands to reason either it's a fast ramp pit or it's outside. And they're already making moves outside. They know exactly what's coming up. Look how fast MIBR rotated and reacted to this threat. Spraying through the smoke, Turtle picks up another one. Bit of damage inflicted to Xcloud and Woxic, and Exit is here. He is laid in wait, anticipating that this play comes to fruition. One headshot in, and Turtle down the vents. That is a...
There. But Machine did lend me his knife, which is a really nice skeleton one, Case Harden. Anyway, we'll get back to knives later on. Yota, once again playing aggressive. Calyx, he doesn't spot him. The smoke obscures his vision, and they're gonna walk on past.
Oh, no.
Oh, this could be absolutely brutal. Woxic, he still checks. Woxic checks.
But he's
Woody, though,
he's called it. Woody knows this. They could line up from this. Could be multiple kills, but they go one for one.
Woxic's that one guy who clears every single angle, no matter even his teammates have walked on past. That saved Eternal Fire from disaster. That potentially might have saved them from MIBR getting to map and match point in this very round. But still, we've seen MIBR, even when it comes to these man disadvantageous positions, somehow come out on top. And we can see now Turtle slowly making his way. He's been seen. Woxic saw him. Couple of bullets in his direction, down to 60 HP as the remaining members slowly inched away up to an upper bomb site with a crossfire. It's lying in wait, Vince, but Exit will fall. But Cello replies back with a trade, but it's all down to Turtle, and he gets nothing done. Oh, they're going to be going for the boost. They haven't gone for this at all. This entire half. Woody needs to be careful. He's going to be caught out of position. Zentares will find him. Are they going to clear him? Yes, they will. And Cello, good for just one. Zentares with a 1-2 wombo combo. And that's the lower bomb site. Open for business. Yota quickly making a little bit of haste, though. He's found himself right behind the double doors as Zentares, 3K for him. He's taking matters into his own hands.
That's the bomb. The bomb's been spilled down, though. Someone's going to have to go and replenish that and pick it up. Retrieve the bomb, get that onto the side. Spray is good from Exit. Suddenly this becomes very doable from MIBR's perspective. Exit's position may be compromised, but Calyx has been battered and bruised. In his exchange, Molly towards Shadow, Flash is there to counteract. It's still going to be tagging Woxic down, who misses his shot, gets punished for it, and now Exit can clutch this. One bullet will seal the deal, and Exit is...
BR to go 2-2 and for Eternal Fire. Look what they have to work with, Vince.
Oh.
2 Deagles, I was about to say, but now it's down to 1. Tech9 left. A MAC-10, the Galil, one by one, they start to fall, the dreams start to dissipate into the ether, and MIBR 3 rounds away from making it to trying to somehow close this one out, and Yota fittingly might be the one to finish it off.
It's Cello that puts the final nail in the coffin and